Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Trails in the Sky Challenge, the live stream series where we're trying to beat this amazing JRPG on Nightmare Mode without ever changing our starter gear. If you want to watch this challenge on your own time, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and put that bell button to stay notified. Now, when we previously left off, we got absolutely demolished by what has to be the hardest tutorial boss we've fought so far in the Trails game. And that is, of course, Josette. And also, hello, Twin. Thank you so much for dropping by. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Are you excited to see us get absolutely destroyed tonight? Because that is what happened last stream. Because we climbed to the top of that Esmel's tower and there's no boss fight. I'm just like, hey, Kyle, where's the boss fight? What happened? And then it's like, oh, that Josette person really was sus, just like I thought. Huh, I wonder how evil she could be. She's horrible. Like, she is... Josette's Wrath. Yes, that's the name of tonight's stream, is Josette's Wrath. So, I don't know what body armor she's wearing underneath that fur coat, but... let me put it to you this way. Josette has high defense, and she can heal herself indefinitely. Like... we have, I kid you not, let me pull open my inventory real quick just to show you just how absurd this was. Like, we had effectively over 50 healing items between our tiers and our vegetable sandwiches. And guess who won the war of attrition last stream? It took almost an hour. It wasn't us. Like she outlasted us. It's called plot armor. No, this is not plot armor. I refuse for this to be plot armor. I refuse for this to where things end. So clearly, we need one thing that was messing us up especially is the fact that in this game, apparently, the petrified status effect lasts forever unless you cure it. So... Josette would just, like, petrify Estelle, and then we'd be stuck down with two party members and be completely impossible to do anything, even with us scraps. So, what are we gonna do about that? Well, first things first, we are going to take a trip to the shop to see if there's any, like, consumable items that will cure status effects just outright. And if there are, we're just gonna buy a ton of them, because it was like, I barely use those, like, in like, Trails of Cold Steel, and even Trails from Zero to Illustrative chat, you know that I would barely buy, like, that stuff from the shop, because normally it wouldn't be necessary to be able to cure status effects like that. But if the status effects are this strong in this game, we're definitely going to need all the help we can get. So with that in mind, we're actually going to backtrack out of, Mistfall here. Because seriously, the fight last stream was absolutely, ridiculous. The other thing we're gonna do, chat, you notice that Sherazard's in our party. Oh. Well, looks like we have an attack. I mean, we do need a grind, so this is the other thing we have to do. So, I have been told by Spudkip that, well, another big thing that hurt us during our last attempt against Josette is that we had no one with the impede effect. And for those who don't know, impede gets rid of, impede allows you to interrupt arts. Alright? So, if someone's about to cast an art, like, say, a healing art, a character with impede can just interrupt that and prevent them from casting it. Now, unfortunately, none of our characters had impede, so we couldn't take advantage of that, but apparently Sherazard does get an impede skill at level 13. So, that is, like, our next goal besides getting better items is, oh, sorry, better healing items is going to be having, getting Sherazard here to level 13. In order to do that, we obviously need to do some grinding, so... yeah. Let's start casting spells. Alright, Estelle, this is all you. It's cool that let's do an aerial. Let's do that right. Yeah. Alright. Let's see how this goes. Wow, that was some damage. Sherazard, calm down. Alright. No! Poison! How dare. Well, I mean, if this is showing anything, it's that Charizard is a tank, but still. Well, at least compared to us, because we've... Neither Estelle or Joshua has gotten that much better stats over the course of everything. Do another aerial. Everyone's poisoned. Why? Alrighty. Now that was a solid amount of XP, honestly. Might be worthwhile to grind here if we had a place where we could restore our EP. Yeah, honestly, with how much XP those rewarded, it might actually be worthwhile to just defeat all the bees we see. Be gone, bees! Alright, let's do that up there. Estelle, do Estelle things. That's everyone poisoned. Alright, I am not confident that Joshua will be able to defeat this thing straight out. We'll respond to that. How much damage? Okay, whoa! 150, okay, Charizard, okay. I see you. Come on, Estelle. What? No. How dare. Oh dear. Well, we're definitely going to reload that. Also, just couldn't help but notice that that didn't reward nearly as much as speed. What the heck? Alright, well, let's try that again. If we have Estelle being deleted there. Alright, well that's actually going decently well. Surely Charizard can one-shot this thing, right? Not quite. Surely Estelle can one-shot this thing, right? Ow. Ow. Why do I talk? Thank you. Everyone's poisoned. Why is this a thing? Thank you.
We're good to go.
Oh wow, wait, Charizard's only getting 3 XP. Curious. Alright. At least our heroes are leveling up. We will get out of this fall one way or the other, chat. Oh. More bees? Ah, that's not good. Hey, we made it. Alright, well chat, you know what we need to do. If Charizard's barely gaining any speed, then there's only one place to go. We need to go someplace where we can defeat things without really thinking, and still get a decent amount of its speed. Which means we're probably going back to the sewers, ladies and gentlemen. Because, I mean, you know, if it works, right? Yes, everything will only reward us 1 XP, but at least we'll be... At least we won't really have to think. I mean, alternatively, we could just defeat those plants again in the highway to the east of, to the east of... Why is this doing? To the east of Roland. Sorry, to the west of Roland. We can do this, chat. We must do this. We shall though prepare to defeat Josette's. First, please tell me that there's, like, some good items to be bought here. Okay, so... Cures poison, seal, and blind. It does not cure petrify, are you kidding me? Cures mute. No! We literally have nothing that cures petrify. That's unfortunate. I mean, having these would probably still be helpful, but it does not cure petrify. I mean, I'm glad it cures the poison, but still, like, is there anywhere where you can get something that would cure petrify? Actually, do we have any recipes that cure petrify? I honestly don't know. Let's find out. No, we do not. Well, the only way we're curing petrify then is Curia, so that is a thing. We have a ton of mirror, and this could probably be useful anyway, so... Let's buy 20 just to be on the safe side. Alright, well, and now we have to grind, so... I think the optimal spot for us to grind is going to be to the west, yeah, on the Milch Main Road. That spot we were at before, where we could just kind of loop back and forth. That seemed to be very efficient. Alright. So, yeah, so it was this plant monster that we were, like, looping indefinitely. Let's see what we can do. Alright, and the idea, chat, is just to... not to think, just to do, alright? No thinking, just doing.
Were we done already?
Alright? And that's the principle of this. We don't think, we just do. Alright? Don't think.
Alright, we're good to go.
Alright, almost wonder... would it make more sense to put... maybe something like that. Just so that when it auto-targets, maybe they'll go for something that they can defeat in one hit. Alright, that seems to work better. Definitely working better. And this is, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to... well, this is the grind strat, although apparently we must have missed something, so that's not good. It's supposed to be a foolproof strategy.
Let's move out.
Strategy with no thinking. No thinking. No thinking aloud, chat. Just doing. No thinking. Just doing. This is very much the Estelle Bright strategy. Alright, everyone, I don't want you to think. I just want you to smash everything in front of you. Smash! 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 Estelle, are we really learning anything by doing this?
We're good to go.
I guess it'll work eventually. It'll just take a very long time. Like, if it takes a long time, we're in it for the long haul. Keep bonking. Bonk everything. Bonk everything. There we go. Now, chat, if you know of like a more efficient grinding spot, let me know. But if not, this feels like it'll be efficient enough. Yeah, and we're getting tons of like water, space, and I think it's... What was the last one? Mirage, that's right. And fire as well. You know, another goal we could have while we're doing this is we're going to get a ton of sepets doing this, so we could probably start unlocking a bunch of, try to unlock some more slots for Joshua here, since this thing feeling Joshua's going to, like, Sherazad's probably not going to be here for the long haul, I guess. She might just be a guest character, so probably more beneficial in the long run for us to get Joshua some more slots open. Yes, right. Poor Joshua's been stuck with 50 energy points for like the longest time. It definitely does limit his potential. Right. Okay, so at the rate we're going. Oh wait, something just hit me, chat. These enemies are dropping savory pinions, aren't they? Which means... Ow.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Yeah, they're dropping stuff that... I wonder, is that stuff we need for the veggie sandwiches? No. What are those herbs used for? Ah, they're used for those. Now, Chad, if you think of a more efficient way to do this, let me know, but if not, this is probably going to be a decent chunk of the stream. Because, as you see, we're only getting about 3 XP a moment here. And we need... How long is that going to take to get Sherazard to level 13? Let's see... 1,690 minus 1,576 is 114. That's... We need to do this 38 more times. So strap in, ladies and gentlemen, we got 38 more groups of plants and flying cats to defeat.
We're good to go.
Alright. Hit that 37. We will get there. You know, Estelle and Joshua, I have to admit, you're really taking the School of Hard Knocks to heart, aren't you? Well, I guess you could say that, Charizard. School of Hard Knocks is the only thing I understand. That's the spirit. But unfortunately, the School of Hard Knocks have to actually, you know, get knocked around a bit. And we're not exactly doing that. All we're doing is just knocking around the opponents. I guess you'd say it's the School of Hard Knocks for them, then. Fair point.
We're good to go.
Joshua is taking a bit of a beating there, so might wanna... Yeah. That was a fun little ad-lib. For those who are wondering, like, where the School of Hard Knocks joke is coming from, it's, that's from Trails of Cold Steel 1. Like, when we found out how horrible the teacher Sarah Veilstein is, like, the School of Hard Knocks just became like a running gag on that, during that challenge run. Because the idea was that we were becoming better not because of Sarah Valestein, but in spite of her. Alright. Ha! Did you see that one, Charizard? That was a critical hit. Princess Charizard is so much better than Sarah. Oh, have you played Trails of Cold Steel, Twin? If so, no spoilers for Trails in the Sky. But I'm more than happy to talk about Trails of Cold Steel if you've played that before, because we've done that. Early Trails of Cold Steel 1 2. Please, nothing about Trails of Cold Steel 3 or 4 yet. I have not played those games yet. Alright. In the most... Is there any spoiler-free way you can say why Charizard is better? Because if not, then nothing. And we have so much Sepith, at least of those types. Is there anything up here that we could defeat, like... really quickly? Oh dear, no, that's... No! Hey, let's save her high. But so we can circle back to this in chapter 1 after the prologue. Ah, fair enough. Alright, well that's in that point. At least up for the points, I'd say up to this point in the story in Trails, what are you thinking of it so far? So far, Quinn? Are you enjoying the challenge run so far? And all the shenanigans that come with it? Alright, let's go back to our plant spot. The plant spot seems to be working a bit better. Yeah, for those who are wondering, like, why I'm resorting to this instead of just spamming arts, the reason is because there doesn't really seem to be, besides the sewers, there doesn't really seem to be a good spot where you can just go to run and recover, energy points like we could in, Trails of Cold Steel and Trails from Zero very easily. So, because of that, it's actually more beneficial to just use basic attacks like this in a very mindless way. Because at least that doesn't need us to go recover our energy points. Now, granted, we still need to use some amount of energy to heal up occasionally, but that pales in comparison to... how often we'd have to go recharge if we were just constantly spamming spells. Ah, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Quinn. Out of curiosity, what's been your favorite parts of the challenge run so far? I'll say, this fight with Josette, the fact that we finally have hit, like, a true wall of sorts has definitely got me excited, because it's just like... I remember in Trails of Cold Steel 1, the Minos Demon was pretty difficult at the start, but then we grinded for a little bit and it all worked out. But, like, at that point, that was in Chapter 1. We had already finished the prologue at that point. Here, on the other hand, like, we're not even out of the prologue, and it's just completely kicking my butt. Like, that fight, like, absolutely destroyed me last stream. I kept thinking it was possible, and then it just kept eluding me because she kept healing. It was so infuriating. Yesterday I didn't have experience points. Oh, looks like Charizard's getting fairly close. Uh-oh. I'm Estelle, and I'm gonna circle around circle around these plants before we defeat them. It's harvesting time! Estelle, what are you saying? Oh, you know, Joshua, we're just out to harvest these plants for the pretzel farm. Please stop calling it the pretzel farm. Yeah, Estelle, it's not called the pretzel farm! No, that is a very silly name. What are you talking about? Of course it's the pretzel farm. No, it's the Perzel farm. Pretzel. Perzel. Pretzel. crystal. Charizard. What? There's no stopping Estelle once she sets her mind to something. That's a good point. Something else I'm noticing is that because we're cycling through these fights so much, there are times where we just get the random HP heals, and that helps us top off without having to cast Tier just to recover some health.
Oh, are we done already?
Well, it says, how much do you have to farm for Josette? Well, we need to get Charizard at least to level 13, so we still have a decent amount of farming to go for that. And I think that if we're going to get a Charizard to level 13, we might as well get Estelle and Joshua to level 10, because at this point, why not? Alright. Let's see. Like I said, chat, the reason we're trying to get Josette to level 13 is because Spudkip says that Charizard will learn something that can use MP, and we really, really need that to interrupt Josette's healing move.
That's that then. Let's move out.
You know, Joshua, I can't help but notice something. Oh, what you noticing, Charizard? Well, it's just that as you all seem to be learning a bit about defeating these plant monsters and flying kitties, I also feel like I'm learning the tiniest, minute amount out of experience. I don't know why, I don't know how, so I have one question for you two. Are the students trying to teach the teacher something? Teach you something? No, there's nothing we can teach you, Charizard. Nothing at all? Yeah, nothing at all. Of course not. We're junior bracers. We have nothing to teach. Is that really so? What say you, Joshua? I know you wouldn't lie to me. Is it a nice day out? That's not the question I asked, Joshua. Well, it's the answer you don't yet. Yeah, you leave Joshua alone. I'll never tell you that we're really trying to get you to learn something, Charizard. Aha! I knew it! Knew what? You were trying to get me to learn something. Well, the sad reality is it's probably going to work. If it does work, then... well, good for us then, I suppose. Does this mean we'll get some extra... some extra bracer points after all this? No, it just means you're going to get extra homework afterwards. Oh, but I hate homework. Princess, I refuse to learn. Estelle doesn't refuse to learn, she just doesn't like book learning, you know? Like, if it's learning of, like, actual, like, experience and stuff, she's fine with that. It's just sitting down in the classroom and doing anything that requires, like, heavily focusing.
We're good to go.
Alright, we're getting there. Princess, yeah, defender. But then from the options we get with Estelle, like, there are opportunities for her to learn. Like, all the good options for Estelle seem to be situations where she, like, tempers down on her naivety as when she was younger and being a bit more mature and more responsible about things. Like, for example, that scene before fighting Josette, it's like you have a choice of, like, either rushing out immediately because Josette is insulting Estelle, or waiting while she's insulting. And the correct answer, and never mind, it's a choice for her to wait, and she can choose to wait. And if she waits, then she learns some more information that, yes, those people did indeed do the thing at the mine. even though they keep insulting her, you know? So Estelle can learn, it just needs to be in the right context. Uh-oh. Ow.
Seems you came up short.
Well, she said that. That player came up short. I certainly did. Alright.
Piece of cake.
Excellent. Ryan continues, chat.
Piece of cake.
Hey, look how much Sepith we're doing at this point. Honestly, it might be more beneficial at this point to circle back to the sewers, if for no other reason than, one, it's a change of pace, but more importantly, we would get different types of Sepith. And that would allow us to get Joshua more slots unlocked. Alright, everyone, back to my favorite place in all of Roland! Oh no. Please don't tell me it's going to be the sewers! It's the sewers! Yay! Let's calm down. Hey, Spudchip, thanks for dropping by. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. We are on the midst of grinding to get Charizard to level 13. Because Josette is relentless. We're also trying to get Joshua some more slots unlocked, so that's also part of this quest of ours. Hey, what's new in your world, Spudchip? Alright, so let's just... Remember, our strat at chat, as you all know, is just mindless attacks.
Alright, we're good to go.
It's a foolproof strategy. But it's alright, working 10 hours today. Whoa! That's a long day,
We're good
Spudchip.
to go.
I hope you get some good rest tonight. Because I've had to work 10-hour days before too, and they're pretty rough. But the only benefit I see to like working a really long day is that afterwards it's like you sleep super easily. It's just like you don't want to do or think about anything. You're just done for the day. So it says you work hospital, IT's out of this and help man. Ah, gotcha. Do they at least pay you overtime if you have to stay a bit late? We have a big storm coming in tonight, so you might be completely off day. Ah. Well, I hope you stay safe out there, because we actually had a pretty big storm come through recently as well. It's, fortunately, we didn't lose power, but there were some areas where the lights were flickering for some time, and more importantly, like, the areas around us, especially a bunch of trees, got absolutely destroyed. So we were very, very fortunate. Yeah, and the thing is, like, our area usually doesn't see that many big storms, but that one, well, it definitely left a mark. Alright.
Oh, are we done already?
Okay, some amounts of Sepith. And we really need some enemies that give some more time Sepith, because I think that's going to be like the big limiting factor for Joshua here.
We're good to go.
Oh, hey, at least they're dropping the onions, which will be good for the vegetable sandwiches. That's what it says. You never been paid overtime, but a few times you had several days of 7 hours in a pay period have ended up around the holidays. So your hours end up being a normal work week. Ah, I see. Well, Well, hopefully tonight's stream can be a nice way to relax after a very long day of work.
Oh, are we done already?
Oh, Charizard is very close. She's only 3 XP away. Come on, Charizard. Come on, you can do it.
Seems you came up short.
Ah! Still 1 XP away from learning something. Will this swarm of enemies be the moment that Charizard finally has her epiphany? Epiphany.
Alright, we're good to go.
Let's go! 1,690 XP. Nice! And there we go! Bind Whip! Just what the doctor ordered. Bind Whip? What's that? I don't know, but it sounds dirty. Oh, trust me! It's very dirty. Allow me to demonstrate. Let's see here. Canceling arts and crafts impede. Yep, that's what we need. What? What? 267 damage. Charizard, calm down. Calm down. They only have 1 health. Uh-oh. Why did I do that? I didn't need to do that kind of damage.
Done already?
Oh, it's doing that kind of damage because she leveled up. Oh. Level scaling. Duh. Actually, I've never really checked. Does the monster manual tell us how, like, the levels of these things? Unfortunately, it's not telling me the level of the, Alright, I'll judge by the fact that these are level 9. I'm just going to go out my own limb and assume that Josette is probably level 10 or 11 or 12 or something like that. Really, these things don't drop times up. That's interesting. Oh, those should drop that? Huh. Can summon meteorites, so watch out, Scary. Supposedly they drop time Sepith. Well, we weren't really seeing that there. Oh, it's the heavier ones. That's why they're dropping that. Okay. All right. Oh, we got that Charizard's amount back up. We also just need Estelle and Joshua to level 10 just because why not?
Oh, are we done already?
They're both very close.
Seems you came up short.
There we go. So if it's alright to ask Spudkip, is Josette like an infamously difficult fight in Nightmare mode? At least as far as like Trails games are concerned.
We're good to go.
Because I've definitely noticed that the hardest bosses in the Trails games that I've seen so far tend to be like either at the very beginning or the very end, with a couple of exceptions like Unsuiter in Trails of Cold Steel 1. You don't think so? Okay, then I just need to get the correct stuff then, it seems. Because at least, like, compared to everything, all the other bosses that have been in a prologue so far, she's definitely is the hardest by a mile. It probably comes back. I think this might be less to do with Josette herself and more just to do with how this game was balanced and structured. Because if you think about it, like, the fact that Petrify lasts indefinitely, and the fact that there aren't as many opportunities to, like, buff how much damage you can do in this game, it seems. Those two facts definitely make that a lot. Yeah, Petrify always lasts indefinitely. Hasn't always been that way, because I feel like it only lasted for, like, 4 turns in Trails of Cold Steel. I know in Trails in the Sky, it seems to last indefinitely. Alright. Ha! I leveled up. Alright, Estelle learned nothing. But at least we got better stats.
Oh, are we done already?
What is happening? Why can't we defeat these things? Alright, let's let Joshua's up as well. You think so this is, you think a lot of Josette's difficult comes from 3 party members instead of a full party of 4? I mean, perhaps a little bit, but bear in mind, Spudkip, like, in Chapter 1 of Trails of Cold Steel 1, we have to fight the Minos team with 3 party members, and I felt like that was a lot more doable. Hello, Copper Nicholson. Thanks for dropping by. Also, you have that, so now we can stop for healing. That's true. Now we have this. But bear in mind, we had to really grind for a decent amount of time to get that unlocked. Whereas I mean, granted, in Trails of Cold Steel 1, we did have to grind, but that was more so we could get on level, not for any particular skill. Let's see here. Well, we have a ton of Sepith now, chat, so let's go put it to good use. Oh, they're about to have a son. That's cool. Congratulations for them. But now, let's see, what can we get Joshua? I think long-term, what we're going to want to do for Joshua is get as much of this opened up as possible so that he can really get stuff all opened up. Let's put that there. Oh, we need one more wind Sepith. 1 second. Back to the sewers we go. We need more wind Sepith. Joshua! I think it's these things that drop wind Sepith.
Seems you came up short.
Yep. Oh, did they say specifically that there would be no Dungeons and Dragons Copper Nicholson? Because the thing is, like I know people who have had kids and still play Dungeons and Dragons. You know? Alright, now let's go on forth and get another slot for Joshua. Alright, now we need to fill that with stuff. I'm gonna say... I think the guide says... So let's think for a second, chat. What does Joshua need to provide us? I think if Joshua could have Curia, yeah, that would be really beneficial. So Let's, we need 2 Mirage and 4 Water. Is there any conceivable way for us to do that with 2 Ordnance, slots? No, let's first see what's in our inventory. Well, that'll get us the 2 Mirage, but then we would need 4 Water, which I don't think we can just get straight up from, like, 1 Quartz. At least maybe not one at this point in the game. There would probably be one later that might, but... Let's see. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. To get Curia, it's like... We seriously have no way to get Curia? Alright, so chat. I think this is another way that the structure of the game is making Josette a harder fight. Is that... Like, to get Curia, we need to be able to have 4 water things, but there is no way for us to do that at this point in the game because there doesn't appear to be, like, a quartz that we can get yet that would give us 3 water, you know? We only have this one for 1 water. That doesn't get us anywhere close. So the fact that we can't even get Curia at this point in the game, and there's no item seemingly to cure Petrify, that definitely does add some difficulty. So at least in Trails of Cold Steel, whatever the Museum would throw at us, there were, you know, things we could go buy to help with that. Alright, well, since the Curia idea is out, where does that leave us? I guess we could give Joshua some fire. Yeah, having at least a decently strong any type of attack would be beneficial. Blind is tempting, especially since Joshua has that multi-hit attack. But, like, what would having... What would having 4... Or I guess 5, yes. Would that anything good? Oh, it would! Shadow Spear. 20% chance to instantly kill enemies? Yes, please. We want all of that. Alright. I think we can justify getting blind for Joshua. In fact, let's make put blind here. Yes. Blade that would also weigh life. Teo 20%, yes. Want all that. Oh, I didn't even think about that, chat! This would have saved us! Debilitate. Prevents the enemy from casting arts. That would have been so helpful. Oh, that would have been so incredibly helpful last time. Okay. I feel really dumb. I feel really dumb that we didn't think to use mute. Alright, well, let's go heal Joshua up. Oh, Copper Nicholson says, read a message as Milliam. Alright, let's go. It's time to turn on. Time to set the record straight. Rachel's power standing strong. We got it going on. Stop, freeze. Ranger here. There's no need to fret. We're the ones that will take away, here to make a change. When the troubles we don't play, we come together to save the day. Let's go, go, go. Here come the Power Rangers! Here come the Power Rangers! Mr. Force, let's go! Wasn't Mr. Force like what most people think of as the Power Rangers, or... Because I know there were a bunch of different series. Yeah. Alright. Well. As we can see, everyone's got their default stuff. Charizard with 75th strength, that's pretty insane. Also 46 defense, that's definitely very helpful. Oh, and they have Mighty Morphin, okay. Well. We've got more options, chat, to deal with Josette's nonsense. So let's go see what we can do. It's boss time. Going to Mistfall to stop Josette. Going to swipe away her evil arts and stuff. Estelle, what are you standing there? Oh, I told hit the Josette must take a hike song. Josette must take the hike. She's someone we do not like. Josette must take the hike. You need something that rhymes with that, don't you, Estelle? Yeah, I just kind of lost my train of thought there. Let's see. Josette should take the hike. Josette is someone we do not like. Josette should take the hike. Before we send her down the pike. Ride a bike? That's pretty dumb. I say, like, I think send her down the pike probably sounds probably better. Josette should take the hike. Yes, Josette is someone we don't like. Josette should take the hike. So let's go send her down the pike. Oh no, ambush. No! That's not what we needed. Josette should ride a bike. No! Charizard! Charizard! Let's try to sneak our way through here. If we can. Alright, I think this is where the Josette is, so let's save here, done. Alright, chat. We have a much... Actually, I think our tactics are all messed up too. We have to hit that in order. So... I think the optimal... The thing is, we need to keep Estelle alive since Estelle is the one who buffs everyone's attack. And can do, like, the AoE attacks. I'm actually thinking, like, probably an optimal placement's gonna be something like that. Just like, alright, Charizard, you got this. Yeah, Charizard, you got this. Why me? Well, because you're the instructor and you have the highest defense. That's a fair point. I don't think Josette's attacks can hit in a line. But if they can, we'll find out. So, Charizard's the only one with the new set of clothes. That's true. Which Can we just establish the fact how ironic it is? Because if we look at the clothes here, you know, like... Scheherazad's wearing, like, a couple of scarves and maybe, like, some, you know, some dancing clothes, which all look pretty lightweight. Compare that to, like, Estelle, who, you know, is wearing stuff that at least covers a decent chunk of her body, and more importantly, you know, this combat skirt actually looks like it's reinforced. And yet her defense is only 33, whereas Scheherazad's got like 50% more defense, even though like it doesn't look like it would be. Same with Joshua. Like Joshua's defense is even worse, and Joshua's wearing the most stuff. What we should conclude from this, chat? What we should conclude from this is that having less clothes on apparently gives us more defense. So clearly the solution is everyone needs a swimsuit. Like that is what we need right now. Everyone needs a swimsuit so we can have just like ultimate defense. Like that is clearly what Scheherazad's trying to teach us right now. It's kill the kill rules. Exactly. Exactly. It's like, Joshua, can I have a senjutsu? What's a senjutsu? You know, the clothes that give you superpowers. No, Estelle, I would probably go against our challenger normal set. Oh. Alright. And yet, but Josette breaks that rule. Like, Josette's probably wearing the most clothes, and she has the highest defense, so, okay. Let's see what we have to do. There they are. That was too easy. We beat them to a pulp so many times, right guys? High five! And to think that something as exquisite as this fell into my hands with almost no effort. I mean, I have a firearm, I have petrification, you've got your poison blades. We're pretty stacked, aren't we? Wait till Don and Kyle hear about this. You surprised me for sure. I mean, you lasted there almost an hour. They had like almost an entire feast worth of stuff to eat. And the way you pulled off that ass while wearing that uniform was just astounding. Just what you'd expect from Mademoiselle of an aristocratic family. Yeah, but that's in the past. That's the past. Oh, you know, actually, that's something I don't think that really hit me last time that we were reading this. It's like, if they're sky bandits, that means they probably have some way to fly. But I imagine not everyone has access to that stuff freely. So if they have access to the ability to fly, there's a pretty good chance that whoever that is, was probably a baron of some kind at some point, just because they would have been wealthy enough, or at least high enough in the aristocracy enough to at least have airships. That would explain quite a few things, and also probably Josette's hatred, seemingly, for the queen here. But it also begs the question if perhaps Josette's part of some disgraced family of some kind. It begs the question if there are others, and if we might end up in a similar situation to Erebonia, where there's like a faction of like disgraced former nobles, or disgraced nobles that act similarly to how the Noble Alliance acted in Erebonia. I mean, to be fair, in Erebonia, it was a question of like imperial power versus local noble power. They still were recognized as nobles, whereas I'm guessing Josette and her family probably aren't. I'm just guessing. It certainly doesn't hurt that in this outfit I can conceive almost anyone, except for the Anatomix guy, but what good did that do him? That gullible mayor, that dimwit embracer girl. Oh, and let's not forget that instructor who refuses to stay sober for more than 6 hours. Hey! I take offense to that! Huh? What was that? Shh. Idiots, the whole lot of them. What was that? Yeah, I'm with Estelle. What was that? You two better keep it down this time. Calm down, everyone. Let's see what else they have to say. Oh, fine, but I'm not happy about this. I'm not happy about this either, but I'll hold my tongue for now. Yeah, but the girl seemed pretty tough. I mean, she took care of all the monsters that appeared in the mine. That mine? Oh, so you're the one who messed that job up. I mean, come on, it was supposed to be easy. If you had just done it like you were supposed to, I wouldn't have to put on this show to get this thing. My apologies. You were supposed to cave them in, you dum-dum. I'll not release a bunch of monsters. Confidential Snaps, what's my favorite Power Ranger? I honestly don't remember enough about the Power Rangers to remember the difference between them. Though, I guess maybe the Green Ranger, but that's just going off of, like, absolutely nothing. So since equipment doesn't visibly change when you swap it, your headcanon is that you're not buying new equipment, you're maintaining your equipment, and that monsters only seem harder in that area because your equipment needs to be maintained. I see what you're saying. But because we are deliberately not maintaining our equipment is just getting super dull and can't do anything. Even Estelle's bumping stick is like starting to become like a pool noodle. So forget about it. All's well that ends well. Anyway, those two hits being bracers was an absolute joke. And so was, especially that brainless this one. She honestly believed that we could be friends. What a moron. I had to try so hard to keep from laughing. Now that is rich, so absurd. What's so funny? Oh hey, mine's green as well, so yep. It's you guys. Oh, please tell me you didn't all hear that. Oh, we heard all of it! Especially the part about how I can't do anything correctly. Yep, it's that brainless spinball and her absolute joke of a racer partner. And her instructor, too. Hey! And this probably won't come as a surprise, but we're gonna beat you up now. That's right! Racers? How'd they find... You did a fine job stealing that septia from the marriage residence. Looks like you were a little careless at the end, especially insulted me. That was your biggest mistake. In accordance with the laws of the Bracer Guild and the pride of Estelle and Scheherazade, you are hereby under arrest and charged with breaking and entering, vandalism, and burglary. You will be sentenced to a beating. It'd be in your best interest not to resist, but I'm sure Estelle and Scheherazade is hoping you will. This doesn't look good. What are we going to do now? How about you quit quaking your boots for starters? Those bracers are nothing more than a rat-tat group of kids. We kicked their butts so much last time, we'll do it again. I think it's time we showed them the real strength of the Kapua family. That's right, I'm going to up the petrification stats to be 100%. Let's go. Who are you calling us kids, you brats? Yeah, fair enough. I'm in the same boat, Spudtip. I don't have to hear. I'm going to do something about it right now. We've got a plan. We've grinded. We are going to do everything we can to destroy you, Josette. Your endless healing spam shenanigans end here. That's my line. Mrs. I'm going to eat 48 vegetable sandwiches and still not manage to come out with a win. All right, boys, go get him. All right, here we go. Oh, look at that! She's going to try to cast an art. Wouldn't be a real shame if someone has died of new capability that might be able to cancel that. Wouldn't it, Josette? Wouldn't it? Let's see here. All right. So, just kind of looking at what we have here. I'm going to see, so, plan right now, we need to defeat Josette as fast as possible. Like, her allies are annoying, but we can deal with them if all three of us are still alive. But Josette is the big threat. What would be Spilly's fuck up? Josette having 100% petrification ability, though, that sounds terrifying. But my thing is, we cast Shadow Spear, so it does have a 1 in 5 chance to insta-kill. So, I'm going to assume we can't insta-kill Josette, but we probably can insta-kill her bandits. That'd be my guess anyway. Kind of surprised they didn't name them, because they clearly have names. That would be silly, stopping Josette from using her art. It would be sacrilege, wouldn't it? Which is exactly why we're gonna do it. So, let's, or do we just go all out on attacking Josette, like, right now, and then just... That might actually be the play here. I mean, we know Josette has an absurd amount of defense, so it's not really worth it to go after Wait, I'm an idiot. I am an absolute buffoon. We should be casting this. Layer up all the S-traps. Silly as the cheeky hee-hee who's still that counting. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, cancels this. Or as stays out, be silly. No, what I should be doing is casting this. Take this, you monster! We figured out your shenanigans. Alright, looks like Joshua has this one covered, so I'm gonna do something else. Let's have... Tim would only do that for one. Okay, this is the target. It's going to be Josette herself. Hope you enjoy this fireball. Ow. I can't wait because Josh is about to put mute on Josette, and Josette's probably like, what? Alright, well, while they're doing that, I know this only lasts for like one turn, but still one turn where the enemies aren't doing anything. But on the other hand, we can always do morale boost to get their S-crafts all in order.
Come on.
Alright, take this, Josette. You people think that's gonna do anything to me? Let's go! Get muted! Oh, and that did a lot more damage now, too. Much better. Ow. I resent that. Alright. Now I'm thinking the play is, how long will this take to go off? Charizard has a trick coming up. We have to take advantage of that. Alright, I think at this point the play is honestly just deal as much damage to Josette as we can. While we can. No! No! Oh, this isn't good. Gotcha! Oh, we are getting so incredibly lucky right now. They all attacked like the wrong people. The thing is, I know we need to heal, but I don't want to waste the 10% attack boosts. Decisions. We know Josette will heal it off. Actually, no, she's muted though, that's the thing. S-Craft, okay, yep, S-Craft it is then. Actually, no, the problem is if they go down and it's just a 1v3, we're dead anyway. Like, I think we have to heal. Like, I honestly think it's a shame, but I think we have to heal. Like, we have to heal and then have, like, it stinks, but we have to heal. That's who did decent chunk of damage. Happy about that. Alright. Get, I'll cure the poison, but I think we can just get Charizard as much health as possible.
We're good to go.
Alright. Alright, Josette! Have this!
Naughty.
Someone's been naughty! Yes! That's the kind of damage you want to see. Ow, why me? Alright, I say we heal Joshua and then have Joshua immediately go for... Sorry, we heal Estelle, then we have Joshua immediately go for an S-Craft at this point. We might get someone knocked out, but... Come on, Joshua. We have to do this.
Let's do this!
Now we're going gamer mode. Yeah, we are. Let's go!
That's it for me.
Get down. All right, now we just have to defeat her goods. Oh, someone's down S-Craft stored up. And we're also getting hurt a bunch. Really gotta do something about that poison. Joshua will absolutely get knocked out next turn. I'm not so... Charizard has the most survivability.
We're good to go.
Right? Alright, let's see what kind of damage Estelle can do with her Matt's S-Craft here.
Here I come.
Not bad. Not bad at all. You missed! Let's go! Ow! Alright, we're getting lucky with these rolls here. Alright. We really gotta defeat one of these guys. Like, that's going to be like the equalizing factor here. Can't take anything for granted. So Charizard has the most defense, which means she has... anything that would... Okay, so we have to do arts. Just in case it doesn't finish him off. Yeah, okay, that was a good call then. It was a good call to have Charizard eat a Firebolt. Alright. That's one down. Uh-oh. No. Okay. We're very fortunate. I think Estelle is going to be our main caster here because she's got... Oh wait, this could be no. Let's do an aerial. Just hit both of these guys. Yeah. Oof. This poison. It's rough. Sorry, Stella, we really gotta heal you up. Well, that's unfortunate. Uh-oh. No! No! Well, isn't this smart? Let's have, let's actually use one of these, and then have Joshua, heal up, Charizard. In the meantime, Estelle, continue the aerial onslaughts. Nice. Alright, at least they can't attach Charizard from there. Accidental corner strat? We're getting an accidental corner strat, so that's good for us. Let's see what kind of damage this can do. Not bad. Have to keep paying up that aerial. I also really like the jazz in this game. It's really, really fun. Like, even this, like, low HP, theme definitely sounds like a nice jazzy theme, doesn't it, chat? Let's, go down, up. Two HP, whoa! You tried to knock me down? You're not gonna stop me that easily. Spectip asks, have I tried Joshua's Dual Strike Craft? I have. It's pretty good. But 1 HP? I could finish this up, but you know what? Still. Yash? What, Charizard? I want you to do the honors. This fight was really annoying for you. You know what? Here, Estelle, have a sandwich. Yeah, Estelle. Hell, you got this. Here, I'll even increase your speed for you. Oh, sorry, Quinn was asking that. Sorry, Spectre, my sorry, I misread that. Now, Quinn was asking, I've tried Joshua's Dual Strike. It's pretty good, but the problem is, like Joshua, like Estelle, we haven't. Here's our rule set. Our equipment is still the starting equipment. Definitely shows, but surely to do 1 damage, right, Estelle? Let's go! There we go.
Piece of cake.
Now that's more like it. Lots of fire stuff, even though it was an earth boss. How in the world? What? No! This isn't how it's supposed to go. I'm supposed to outlast you. I'm the tank. I'm the heal spamming tank. What happens? You learned about the mute button. Ain't that right, Joshua? That's right. Yeah, enough yet? That's what you get for taking Bryce so lightly. This is definitely a deserved smudge smile. I will be taking this back if you don't mind. Thank you very much. Hey. Hey. That septium belongs to me. No, not to you, to the people of Roland. That's who. The sheer nerve you have to say something like that is astounding. No, we never heard of that. Oh, we went to Adventure Time. That's an interesting name you mentioned. The Tapua family, was it? Me and my big mouth. Oh dear. I have absolutely no idea what you are talking about. Well, don't worry, because I do. So you want me to offend a trend, do you? I don't mind at all. In fact, I like them that way. Uh-oh. I need an adult. I am an adult, sweetheart. What are you trying to do? That's a dangerous thing to be swaying around like that. Says the person who shot us multiple times with a firearm. Well, you can answer with your mouth, but maybe your body can answer instead. But don't worry, I'll be extra gentle. Get away from me, you crazy witch. I think Cher's enjoying this. Let's just sit back and enjoy the show. Look out, Cher. Toxic Yuri. An orbital gun? Why am I acting surprised? She had an orbital gun. Are you alright, Cher? I'm fine. Forget about me. Look at that. Oh, airship. Airship. An airship? Looks like the tables are turned in our favor now, aren't they? Blast them away! Are you okay, Josette's? His name is just Kyle. That's like the most generic name. Is that like her brother or something? Lore time! Kyle, you're late. Where have you been? I've had to stall these people out for hours. Hours? Oh, never mind. Just hurry up and give us a hand. no can do. Our push into the Rolling Legion has been put on hold. And why is that? Because I ran out of ammo. How did you run out of ammo? Well, I tried to fire it at that lady with the whip. You're telling me you only had one magazine? I thought I told you folks how to reload the airship magazine last night. Yeah, but I delegated it to Lyle. I delegated it to Sarah. I forgot to do it. Gosh darn you people! Also, something big came up in the Bose region while you were away. Apparently there was this reporter who was taking weirdly specific photos of landmarks. What kind of photos? The kind that could make you feel things. Things? What's that supposed to mean? I don't have time to explain. Hurry up and hop on or I'll have to leave you behind. Rats. She just hopped me on the landing gear, what? Just where do you think you're going? We'll pick this up another day. I don't think you've won either. I'm going to learn TRL, you hear me? I will learn TRL and heal 2,000 HP on every time I spam. You hear me? I will out-heal you people. This is not the last you've seen of me. Payback's gonna be a beast. I swear, if there's actually a boss fight later with Josette and she knows TRL and she just chain spams that, I'm going to be furious. I sure wasn't expecting anything like that to get out of the woodwork. Well, looks like they caught us all off guard. And I almost got blown to bits by a machine gun attached to an airship. This isn't a laughing matter. Right now, I'm so frustrated, I don't even know what to think. Well, on the bright side, we did get the safety and crystal back. Switching gears, that group sure looks to me like a bunch of sky bandits. Yes, they certainly seem of that variety. Also sounds like they've made the Bose region the base operations as well. Mayhaps you'll go there in the next chapter, probably, possibly, since it seems very unlikely that you'll be going to the capital this quickly, unless there's some big story reason for that, but whatever. I certainly would have been such a trip like that to travel all the way to a rural place like Burrat. Is this really rural? Well, I mean, there isn't really a lot of development here. There's maybe one farm, so I guess it's technically rural. I couldn't care less if they're sky bandits or brigands. Next time I see that scruffy lying jerk of a tomboy, I'm gonna flashback to yeah. That might be my favorite line of Estelle so far. I'm gonna flat bam kapow her. And hopefully that has something to do with an S-craft of some kind. Thwack bam kapow. What's a thwack bam kapow supposed to mean? And thus, Estelle spent the next 3 hours explaining to Joshua what thwack bam kapow means. They say that Joshua died that day, but Joshua was already dead. Sheriff Sergeant, meanwhile, down a bunch of alcohol and got drunk, and she still doesn't understand what the thwack bam kapow means. And after all was said and done, 5 hours later, they finally returned the Succulent Crystal stolen from the mayor's residence to the mayor. After that, Estelle and the others returned to the jail to report the details of the incident. Looks like you've had a run today. Who'd have thought the Sky Bandits would appear? I mean, you didn't thwack bam kapow them? I wanted to thwack bam kapow them, but apparently she was offering too much of a monologue for me to do anything about it. I'll make sure you thwack bam kapow her next time, Estelle. I don't blame you for letting the mistake, though. That monologue must have been really intense. No, this time wasn't my fault. I should have been more careful. I mean, come on, they ran out of ammo with that machine gun. We could have rushed after them. I'm really far from being in the same lead as Cassius. Gosh darn it. It's not your fault, Chera. I'll let my emotions get the best of me, and was careless as well. No, you guys did a great job. Your on-site investigation of the mayor's residence was flawless, too. You get Matt's Bracer points for that. Don't you think you should recommend them, Mina? Yes, I was thinking the same thing as well. May I recommend that you people finally upgrade your gear, gosh darn it! Recommend? We can't do that. What do you mean? Hold your horses. First comes the payment for a job well done. Receive payment for Marital Thief. You got, okay, a lot of bracer points and a couple of mirror. This is for you both, and take this as well. Receive recommendation. This. As of now, you're both junior bracers. In other words, bracers in train. Weren't we already junior bracers? In order to become senior bracers, you'll need to receive recommendations from all regional bracers. Oh, I see. Okay, so that explains why we're going to different branches and not just staying here. You know, that's actually a very clever system. That's a really clever way to get bracers, one, to get a lot of experience in different areas, but two, to also get them to just be available in more areas and perhaps less available areas. Like, take Roland, for example. Like, Roland's out in the middle of nowhere. It's probably very hard to get people like bracers to come out here if there wasn't a system like this that was asking you to basically go all over the region. I like that. That's very clever. This is your recommendation from the Roland branch. Is it really okay for us to have this? I heard that in order to become a full-fledged bracer, you need to achieve something fairly noteworthy. So it says, you think Joshua and Estelle allude to this in Crossbell when you first meet them in St. Ursula? Alright, well, if they alluded to it in Crossbell, I definitely did not pick up on that. But I would assume that by the time they went to Crossbell, they were probably senior bracers at that point, or at least full-fledged bracers. They seem to be doing, you know, pretty good work at that point. I think in light of the jobs performed in your father's city and your great showing here, your achievements are sufficient. However, those achievements are only for your work here in Roland's. You'll need to receive recommendations from the other regional branches after achieving success there as well. I'm going to guess at least one of them's going to be really hard about it. Most likely. Probably. Booze, Ruin, Zeus, and finally, Grand Cell. You still got a long road ahead of you. Even so, I'm really happy. It was worth all the hard work. Now that we've come this far, Joshua, don't you think we should visit the other regions too? I figured you'd say as much. I agree with you, but we can't decide this all by ourselves. We should discuss it with Dad when he gets home. Ha! You think your dad's coming home? Oh, my dear, sweet, innocent child. Do you understand and what a doom flat is? Please tell me you're joking, Scheherazade. Am I? Scheherazade, you better be joking. This is not Joshua talking. This is not Estelle talking. This is Aunt Thomas talking. You better be joking, Scheherazade. Am I? Don't say that. Scheherazade says, something is that we make a habit to travel everywhere on foot when we first go somewhere to get a lay of the land, and I've always felt it came from this. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess I wouldn't really piece together that was actually, like, something institutional to the bracers. Like, I thought that was just a thing where it's like, well, yeah, it makes obvious sense. You go out there, you get more experience, become, like, a super bracer or something. But the fact that it's actually, like, part of the, like, curriculum, if you will, it's part of the way the Bracers Guild is structured, is, like, they force you to go to other places to rank up. I think that's a very clever system. All right. Uh-oh. Oh. Is this the whack bam to pal meter going off again? That's the telephone, right? Hello, this is the Bracers Guild Roland Scratch in the lower window. Is this the main plot? If it's the main plot, allow Hal and Thomas to get his plot dusting powers out. Alright, so we keep talking about Bose, therefore logically we're going to Bose next, right? It's been a while since we last talked, hasn't it? I've already told you that I'm seeing someone else. No, it's not a guy. I've been over that. Okay, so it's not about that. I see. Are you sure? That's terrible. Wonder if something happened. Well, it's that way to me. Yes, that's right. He left on business the other day. We're going to have to send his daughter and his Joshua out there as well. What? I apologize, but this is a little difficult to believe. Understood. I'll pass on the news to his family. Oh, don't tell me. He's dead, isn't he? Well, if Cassius is dead, we've already called it here, folks. They'll be fine. They're bracers too. Yes, have you heard anything else? Please let me know. Well, actually, no, I take that back. If he... Actually, no, is he dead? Is he dead or just missing? I'm going to guess missing just because if he's just straight up dead, she wouldn't say, let me know if you hear anything else too, because that'd be pretty obvious. Like, well, if he's dead, that's that. What's wrong, Anya? It's unusual for you to be so surprised like that, unless it's with me, of course. Who is telling? The Bozard branch. Something terrible has happened. The airliner Lind has disappeared over the Bozard region. Oh, so it's... So they're about to disappear, not about the thing. It wasn't Cassius, it was that airliner. Which... Who was on that airliner? Hold on a second. Someone important was on that airliner. I'm forgetting who, and it's bugging me. Who was on the airliner? It wasn't the reporters. They ran the bows. Why am I forgetting who was on that airliner? Was it that sus professor we saw? Because if it was a sus professor, that makes him even more sus. What? How's that possible? I don't know any of the details, but probably Sky Bandits. Most definitely these Sky Bandits. The Royal Army is currently conducting a wide-scale search. Due to this event, all other flights have been postponed. Well, that explains the lack of the landing ports. I know. Estelle, Joshua, please brace yourselves. Oh, I swear, is Cassius dead? Your father, Cassius, was aboard the airliner, which meant necessarily... Oh, duh. It was... I don't know, for some reason, I thought an airliner like took off recently, like, after Cassius left that was called the Lind. I didn't put together that was the airliner he was... Okay, so I was right. What? That's impossible. There's gotta be some kind of mistake. Surely he's dead, right? Are you telling me it was incorrect that he's dead? I know you can't do this to me. I bet a lot of beer on that. It seems his name was on the passenger list. Liberal Branch Girl, Roller Branch, Serial Racer, Cassius Bright, age 45. The end. Complete the rod. What? Yes! Yes, that achievement name is perfect. Why is my present a boy? Sorry, that was really, really good. I'm glad that they had a prologue boss that was actually a named character. Josette was a way more engaging boss fight than the boss, like the prologue boss we got for Trails from Zero or Trails of Cold Steel. Like, by a wide margin. I think Renoj, like the giant monkey in Trails of Cold Steel, definitely doesn't have that much of a lasting impact on me besides just how annoying of a boss fight that was. And like while fighting the mafiosos in Trails from Zero definitely made sense from a lore perspective, the fact that they didn't really have names and weren't like major recurring characters was, I felt like more of a missed opportunity. Whereas here, the fact that it seems to be a named character that we're going to see again, it's basically like if Trails of Cold Steel had opened with the prologue boss being like Starlet, or if in Trails from Zero, imagine if we actually fought like, I don't know, maybe if Garcia had like a mini version of him or something that was like the named character that we fought the Ender, that would have been like that. Oh, I digress. Aw, poor Estelle is probably taking this really hard because she's always had this vision of Cassius being like someone who's like unstoppable and always super supportive. Estelle, you in there? Joshua! Dinner's ready. Is it an explosion, Joshua? No, it's not an explosion. I can't do that, Estelle. just let you know, we'll be having roasted basil chicken and onion soup ran with all those onions we collected. That sounds so good, but I'm just so sad, Joshua. I'll come down later, so why don't you two go on ahead and eat? Aww, poor Estelle. Poor Estelle. She said you two. There is no you two, just there's no Cassius. Alright. Well, make sure to come down before your food gets cold. Oh, actually, I guess Scheherazade could be here, but I don't know. I think she's in... Okay, Scheherazade is here. She took you... For a second there, I thought she had a smartphone. Chat, from this angle, it does look like she's holding a smartphone. Okay, let's see here. Let's just scroll through my messages, and... This is a fortune teller card. Man, I must be really drunk tonight. The Wheel of Fortune card again. Something really is going on. Oh, she's a fortune teller. Interesting. Oh, there's no 4 years out. That's a good point. They say it's 4 years out, but Cassie has managed to get me this present from the Reinford Corporation. I just can't see what it is. Where's Estelle? She loves roasted chicken. What's gone into her? She said to go ahead and eat with her. She didn't seem to have an appetite. I see. What's this? A concerned Scheherazade? Are we telling me that Scheherazade has something that Sarah never had? Does she actually have some tiny, tiny little sliver of compassion? Potentially? Possibly? She took the news a lot better than I thought she would. She does, doesn't she? Oh, interesting. I'm not surprised she doesn't want to come out of her run, seeing as how close she is with her father. I agree. So, what do you think about all this, Shara? Is it an accident or an incident? To be honest, I didn't say either way. My Wheel of Fortune, it really isn't working today. I thought it was a smart card for trying it. So I thought it was like a smartphone for some reason. Instead, it's like a fortune card. Your dad's a top-class racer. When it comes to race management, he's the best there is. So if something happened, then... Ugh. Whichever it is, if your father happens to be there, it'll be resolved. Unless your father's like the main bad guy or something. That would be a twist, now wouldn't it? The fact is, an air wire along with your father is not missing. In other words, what you're trying to say is that things that shouldn't have happened, right? Don't lose your heart on me now. You need to be a stout wall of support and bear Estelle off, because let's face it, I never will. I'll get to work tomorrow and see what I can find out. Man, it sure smells good down here. I can't stand it any longer. Aw, she's back. What? Estelle, are you okay? Please tell me you weren't having any dark thoughts. Oh, don't be silly, Scheherazade. I was just sad. I'm so hungry, I thought I was gonna pass out. Oh, this looks so good. Bon appetit! This is great. The basil flavor really comes out when you roast it. You sure know how to, Joshua. Aww. Well, thanks. Come on, Shara. Don't you just sit there too? You want to drink some of my dad's brandy from a secret? Estelle, you don't think I already have done that? I'm pretty sure there's a bottle of Steinrose that's about 20 years old in there. Like I said, Estelle, you think I haven't already done that? Did you say Steinrose? It's 20 years old too. Cheryl, what do you think you're doing? Yeah, sorry, Estelle, I'm gonna have to pass this time. What? She has restraint? Do you think maybe she isn't 100% like Sarah? Because Sarah would have 0 restraint. By the way, what are you doing up in your room? You didn't come down even after Joshua called you for supper. Huh? Oh, right. I was just looking for some extra underwear. What? What do you mean? What do you mean? No one's buying that for a second. Sure you were, Estelle. Sure you are. Oh, come on. I was just looking for some extra underwear. And why was that, Estelle? Because everything's covered in my tears. I was having a bit of trouble finding one of my favorites because it was stuffed in the back of one of the drawers. What? Estelle? Underwear. That's the excuse you came up with? You could have thought of anything, Estelle, and you think underwear. Oh, and a set of travel gear for traveling. Oh, it's about traveling. I guess that makes sense. I mean, who knows how long we'll be done, so I figure as long as we're prepared, we'll have nothing to worry about. So what you're saying is, you're going to Bose, aren't you? You intend to head to the Bose, yeah, I called it, to find your father. Well, duh, that's a no-brainer. Oh, and while I can't imagine anything bad happened to him, despite his horrible luck, I mean, I really hope he's not dead, because if he died off stream, I mean, I'm never going to forgive him for that. Waiting around just doesn't suit me, so I'm going to go check things out for myself. You realize something else. Was your positive attitude or thick skin? I can't say, but... Aww. What? You're so rude, Joshua. But you are coming along too, right? Well, of course. However, looks like all airline flights have been canceled until the army finishes their search. Seems like the only way to Bose is on foot. We're gonna run to those two reporters again, aren't we? What's a Bose, huh? Wonder how long that's gonna take. Fur racer on foot, if they hurry, they can make it there in about half a day. But inside roads you're taking, that makes things easy. I think I'll tag along as well, because let's face it, you people are going to die without me. Really? You'll come with us? But aren't you busy with a bunch of jobs? Hey, I trained under your father, right? Do you honestly think I just sit here when something could have happened to the person I owe so much? So she's been following Cassie's footsteps as well. Interesting. I'm gonna talk to Ida and have her pass my jobs at the deal to another member. He's gonna be super swamped, but whatever. Shara. Yeah, really appreciate this, Shara. You really should be thanking me. I just can't leave a job as big as this up to a bunch of newbies. I hate to say it, but you're probably right. I hate to say it, but you're probably right. At least I admit it. That's right, at least you admit it, Estelle. Oh well, since Shara's along for the ride, I do feel a bit more confident. We appreciate you coming along with us. Myself as well. Anyway, let's make sure to drop by the deal tomorrow before we leave. I'll need to explain the situation to Ida. Chapter 1, Disappearance of the Lens. Ooh. Yeah. Alright, chat. Well, it seems like the chapter names, just like in Trails from Zero, are probably going to tie into a much better plot. I mean, Trails of Cold Steel bit too. Something else I will point out, chat. I'm actually going to look this up. I'm going to look at our orbments again, because I really feel like you see that watch there, chat. I want to say that's Estelle's orbments, but I'll have to double check. It kind of looks like it though. I understand the situation now. To be frank though, with Charizard taking off after Cassius, I'm going to be really short-handed. This is all indirectly, please don't worry about anything. I really appreciate it, Anna. Made good use of Ridge while we're done. He should be able to deal with at least 3 times his normal workload. Wow! Don't you think that's a bit harsh? Don't worry, if things get too hectic, I'll ask for help from the Grand Soul branch. By the way, Charizard, can I get a minute? I'd like to talk with you about the job you were going to do. If this was supposed to be about how we were supposed to go on a date last night, that can wait for later. So, Joshua, can I have you two wait upstairs? We need to have some... talked about things. I'll be done in a minute. Understood. Shara? We're gonna be waiting. Would you mind if we did it out in front of the clock tower? I'd like to say hi to someone. Huh? Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, let's be up in front of the clock tower. Since I'm done here, I'll head over myself. Got it. Come on, Joshua. Sure. We're all say hi to the Clockmaster? Or is that where the mom is? Septine Church, 1075. Erected in partnership with the liberal royal family, Septine Church in Roland City. 1192. Destroyed during the 100 Days War when Roland was bombarded by the Arabian Imperial Army. Was that the War of the same year as the War of the Lions, or am I misremembering that? What year was the War of the Lions? The church 1197, rebuilt with the cooperation of the citizens of Roland. Every time I see the slot tower, I always think, they sure did a superb job restoring it after the war. You can sure feel the spirit of Roland's people from this. Mom? The 100 Days War was 10 years ago. That... Oh, okay, so I misunderstood. Whereas, like, the War of the Lions was, like, at least a century ago, if not more than that. Actually, no, the War of the Lions was, like, really ancient, wasn't it? It was, like, a very long time ago. Stell? Joshua? What do you think about going up with me and waiting until Sheriff shows up? You mean the clock tower? Sure, I don't mind. Okay, come on. Ah, so we finally came up here, at long last. The morning air is so refreshing. Hey, look, Joshua, we can see the house from here. Oh, you're right, I can see the roof. But do you want to tell me what's going on since you've always avoided coming up here? That's not true, Joshua. We came up here for a couple of times. I was under the impression that you didn't like this place. It's probably because she was here with her mom, wasn't it? I like this place, but I just can't casually come up here. This is the place where my mom died. Oh, wow. Okay, well, that's a good reason. Huh? Did she fall from here? She was blown up 10 years ago during the war. Wow. When the Imperial Army surrounded Roland, they bombarded the symbol of the city, Blood Tower, to try to get the citizens to surrender. This was at the time that I was fighting the Royal Army. I wanted to see who he was fighting against, so I climbed up the clock tower, and when the bombardment started, I couldn't get away. Oh no, her mom tried to save her, isn't it? Oh no! No! When I came to, I hardly had a scratch on me. My mother had said, oh, that's horrible! No. And we thought Machias's, like, cousin's, like, death was horrible. Like, this is... Ugh. Chat, I want you to imagine being a young kid and then having one of your parents, like, basically die with you in their arms in order to save your life. How how traumatic and painful that would be. I was wrapped tightly in her arms, shielded from the rubble. And as I cried, she sang my favorite lullaby. No, no, my heart. But when they finally did us free, no. After the war ended and this place had been rebuilt, I've avoided coming here for the most part. It's not because I have painful memories of this place, though. It's just, when I come here, part of me wants so much to draw on her strength. Plus, I felt that I can't be strong like her if I'm always trying to rely on her. Stell. But today is okay, right? Relying on her just this once. Asking her to bring Dad home safely. Is this foreshadowing? Is her mom not actually dead? Did she become like an evil demon of some kind? Possibly? Asking her to protect him. Of course it is. Don't worry. Dad's safe for sure. Your mother's protecting him, so there's no doubt in my mind that he's safe. If he happens to be in a bit of trouble, then you can come to his rescue. And if he's dead, well, we already know you won't forgive him. Just like your mother did for you, you can do the same for your dad. And don't forget, I'm here to help you too. Joshua. I know I can't completely understand everything you've been through, but I could stay here by your side, as I am now. And if you need a shoulder to cry on, you've always got mine. So... What are these feelings I'm feeling? Huh? Joshua, you're trying to. You don't have to be all sappy like that, Joshua. You shouldn't say things like that so lightly. Because after all, I will take you up on it. Oh no. What do you mean? If I were any other girl, I would totally have misinterpreted your intent as just... Estelle is the best. You are seriously the type who's going to have problems with romantic relationships in the future! What? Oh dear. I'm already starting to get worried. Well, excuse me for trying to be nice. Why do you have to be like that when someone is genuinely worried about you? Thanks for cheering me up though, Joshua. I feel a lot better now. I guess as long as I get some kind of thanks, it was worth looking like a complete fool. Aw. You are unbelievable. Oh, don't be so mad. I'm really thankful, believe it or not. So how about we head down from here, huh? I'm sure Cheryl's just waiting for us. You're probably right. Mom, I finally realized why I want to become a bracer. It's so I can become strong to protect others just like you. Aww, that's so sweet. But it also makes me curious. By the end of this chat, you know what would be really messed up? Joshua tries to flirt with Estelle. Man, any other girl will take that for flirting. Good thing I'm not dead set. I don't know so much about that, Spot Tip, because Estelle got all blushy face there, which makes me to believe that mayhaps she recognized it as flirting, but doesn't really know how to respond to it, so she's playing it off. But more importantly, you know what'd be really messed up? What if we actually like encountered the person that fired like the shot that led to Estelle's mom passing away? Like, what if like one of the Sky Bandits was the one to actually do it with like a cannon they had or something? That would probably mess up Estelle. So please, watch and see. I won't fail to bring Dad home safe again. And if you end up being like the man dad as his name or something, I'll never forgive ya. Aw, the two of you had such a cute scene going on up there. I was waiting for you two to kiss. Why my cheeks even feel a bit hot just thinking about it? What's that supposed to mean? You are spying on us? Give me some credit, will you? I just happened to see you when I looked up to check the time. I sure wish I had a normal camera shot of that view. Why, if Dorothy was here, I'm sure she would have gotten plenty of photos. Oh, come on. What are you trying to say, Shara? That's called a family bonding, plain and simple. Estelle, technically I'm not part of your family. Family bonding, plain and simple, because I'm too innocent to understand things, or at least I'm going to pretend to be. Estelle? Family bonding. It's kind of like you're having a hugging everyone after your third bottle of Let's not get into that. What's with the sigh? You really don't know how to say a joke, do you? Well, whatever. Didn't you say hi to Lena while you were up there? Yeah. I even asked for her to watch over Dad. Hey, Steve, I guess it looks like you're all set. Because it's something all families do. Oh, dear. You know, Lena's protection is equal to that of the goddess herself. Is she actually like the goddess herself though? Like, did she like ascend like in some D therefore G shenanigans? Possibly? Maybe? I really feel like that can't be a throwaway line, chat. Like, I bet you Estelle's mom actually was like some super powerful something. Maybe she was a mage, maybe she was like a bracer, maybe she was like a warrior with a strong spirit, whatever the case may be. I do not think this is a throwaway line. I think this Lena is like one of like the ancients, or perhaps has some greater power that was not revealed to us. Your safety is pretty much guaranteed. I think you may be giving her a little too much credit. Now you mention it, you met Estelle's mother before, right, Cher? Yeah, when I was a child. I was still a troop at the time. Troop? Yeah, a troop in a traveling circus. Cher was a dancer. Although, it was a long time ago, when we first met when she came to roll with the circus. 12 years ago to be exact, I was 11 and so was 4. And because of that, she has a counter. When I became a bracer, I trained under your father. I didn't know that. I'll tell you about it sometime, when I get a chance. You better ready to head out and propose. But there are a lot of fun chances. We'll just have to make our way to boats on foot. First, we'll need to make our way to the bridge, which you've all tried to get through before. Then, we'll go to the Bose region. Yeah, mate. Well, all set. Let's go. All right. Well, chat. I think that'll be a good stopping point for tonight. So that was definitely a fun stream. We defeated Josette. Lots of lore happened. The stream taking us to the fields really early already. Like that image of just Estelle's mom just holding her close, protecting her from the rubble is just, that's gonna stick with me. That is, ugh. That is like traumatic on so many levels. It really does explain a lot of why Estelle despises war. Be really interested to see how that plays into the greater plot here. So, the other question, chat, is how much you want to bet they actually will let us like wander all the way over here and up there and to the Hawken Gate if we so choose before getting to Bose? Because if they do, that'd be pretty cool. Just more so going off the beaten path again for no particular reason. I'm going to guess the Crone Pass is like probably the like the point that blocks us off from the Ruin region. It's a long road though. I mean, if these scales are to be believed, that's probably like the longest stretch of road in the entire game, perhaps. But unless there's some other secret road we have to go to, like maybe it's the Wolf Fort or something, I don't know. But that's those are all things to think. Anyway, this will be a good spot to wrap things up for now. So, if you're watching on Twitch, feel free to stick around for a raid. If you're watching on YouTube and you like what you saw, please consider subscribing on YouTube. It's free to subscribe on YouTube. Don't let you change your mind there. Great ways for the support. If you're watching on YouTube, have an amazing night.